Lit Man Tuck here with another book review, and today I will be reviewing book one, Life Reset by Shemer Kuznits. Now, hopefully I didn't say your name wrong, but I love it. It's a very cool name, so hopefully I didn't butcher your name too much. But man, this is another one of my favorite series, and I'm going to be honest with you. So what I did for a couple of months in a row is I just followed Sound Booth Theater because I knew they, if they had their name on it, they was going to come at you with a good book, well-written story, and great narration by him.His and company. But when I got into the book, I did not expect what I got. So I was coming off a good streak of great books, but the only thing is, man, all the main characters were human, and most of the main characters were like, just multi-use spell swords or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they could use a sword a little bit, and then they could throw some magic out of their hand, and they were, like little leaders, and they had their armies and stuff. And here's the thing: I thoroughly enjoyed those books because it was a multiple series, but everybody was freaking human, which I did not have a problem with it. I didn't even think about it until I was looking for my next book. I had a credit and I saw a book that had like this green goblin on the front, and I was like, Life Reset. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I had just came off of a great him.His book or a Sound Booth Theater book. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. Forget it. And man, I was not disappointed. I was very pleased about it. So right off the bat, the book is about Oren. Oren, he is an amazing gamer. He is like the top gamer in whatever the hell game they were playing. He was the top gamer, right? And he had a clique or whatever you call it. I'm just gonna call it a clique. So anyway, his right hand man, Vatris, right off the bat betrayed him. And I do put some spoilers in my stories. So right off the bat, Vatris betrayed him. And so the only way he can do it, because the dude, Oren, was powerful, his main character. So they had this glitchy artifact, and it could change your race into a monster. The only problem is if you change your race in the game, it was unplayable. It was you were more of an NPC, and nobody had the mental capacity to do that. And so what this Vatris was trying to do, he hit him with that race change unexpectedly and betrayed him. And he was expecting him to just shut off the game, because most people, when they go to that unplayable character, they can no longer play, so they got to shut the game down. Now, there's a couple of benefits for Vatris, the person who betrayed Oren. Benefit number one, he could take over the guild. That's what it is, a guild. Finally, I was calling it a clique. Sorry about that, guys. You're going to take my game lit card, aren't you? Now, he was going to take over the guild. Now, another thing they have in this book are like prime badges. And so when, in this game, there's no set spells. And so you make up all your spells. You have to create them, use your mental capacities and stuff. And Oren had a bunch of prime badges, which propelled them to be the number one, I almost said clique, to be the number one guild in the world. Number one. All right. So, when you make a prime badge, you can teach, when you make a prime badge, you can level up in that badge faster, and you can teach whoever you want to that stuff, right? So if somebody leaves the game and they created the prime badge, then the prime badge passes down to the next person. So Vatris, his plan was to give this fool the race artifact and hit him with it, change him into a goblin, like a level 1 goblin. So, I don't have library books behind me, man. Like when you see me do these reviews, I don't have books behind me because all of my Audible, I do everything from Audible. And, I have my speakers sometimes. I'm in my garage, I'm working out. And sometimes I sneak away when I make these reviews, I sneak away to do it. And then my wife was like, where is he at? I snuck away to do a review. So let me get back on track, man. So whenever you have these prime badges and you leave, you automatically pass it down to the next person. And so Vatris, he tried to change his race, or he did change his race. He turns into a goblin. The players are unplayable, it's a glitch, and the player has to delete the player. He gets all the badges. But what Vatris didn't expect is that Oren was so stubborn that he was gonna hang in there and play the game. And I will give another spoiler. I will say this because I like it when they do this stuff. So one thing this is the main spoiler of the story. If Oren was not so damn stubborn, none of this stuff happens to him whatsoever. All right, none of it is able to happen. He is making stuff happen to himself. But I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm not even gonna go into that. I'm gonna let you get the book and enjoy that stuff, right? So he goes, he's a level 1 goblin, he's betrayed. They give, as a joke, he gives him like a little just low-level dagger, and they change him into a goblin, kick him around, they throw him into a city, and he's instantly killed. He responds in the monster world, and he's all alone. That's what I love about this book. It was a well-written story, but it started from level 1, and he was like an unplayable character, and so he was having all sorts of challenge. He had to start from scratch in the monster world with just one knife in his hand, and he grinded his way up to a point to where he became the chief of their little goblin tribe. And I mean, there's so much. I skipped so much just by saying that. You think I'm spoiling it, but I skipped so much detail that they put into this book. And he is immersed in the character because guess what? He's stuck in the game because he was a monster and things happen. I'm not going to tell you how it is because it's very creative how it happened, but he's stuck in the game. And so he's immersed, man. So he's going from human, and his mindset is even changing into a goblin. And you think that goblins are like low-level characters and they're pretty useless, they're not interested. Man, this book made goblins interesting in hell. I was so interested in it that I turned into a little crackhead about it. Not a real crackhead, but I mean a goblin head where I crave more. So I bought 2 different series where they had goblins as the main characters just because of this book. Now, those books were okay, but they were not on this level. This is a well-written book. And so, man, it is an adventure. So he has his own tribe, the Green Peace Clan, and they're going through their challenges. He's slowly building, like level 1, level 2, just slowly building. That's what I like about this. I do not like books where they level up too fast. And, and it's like they just want to get to the next level. And I understand there's gamers out there like that, right? Me, I'm the type of gamer, I will play from level 1 to about level 15, 20, and then I'm done with it, because when I got to make all those alliances and it gets too big, I'm done with the game. And so I like this book, man, because they went into detail from level 1, slowly went up, all his little OP abilities. He's like a goblin mage, and it is just so amazing, man. So I'm telling you, I didn't even get to talk about the book. I'm just sitting here. I just sat here and gushed for 6 minutes. And so obviously you need to go ahead and get the book. It's another great one by Shemer Kuznits, and the whole series is great. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I've read the whole series and it's awesome. Sound Booth Theater did a great job. So if you're able to get the Audible, man, because they really bring it out a little bit more to where the voices, you cannot read a paper book and make those kind of voices and inflections in your head, man. So anyway, book 1, Life Reset. That's all I got for now, man. Check it out. I'll be back shortly to give you my review on book 2.